We just see. One more thing I hint I'll give you, in companies there will be interviews. People will ask you, let's say you are asking which language you are good at. You will say Java. So he'll ask you one question, if we work in a different language, are you comfortable or no? So what will you answer? What can you answer here? Yes or no? So what you have to answer is, I am a problem solver. I am good at solving problems. Language is just a tool for me. Or anything what you say. Same way these clouds are the tools. Little syntax will change. Same thing will do. Docker works be for us. We can directly, I'll give you a small, because we will do a lot of things today. Because I want to give you an overview of things. At the end, we are just doing print hello world. Only printing hello world. First, using Docker. Second, using GitHub. Third, GitHub plus Docker. Fourth, GitHub plus CI/CD, which is called Jenkins plus Docker. So approximately 4 to 5 tools will install, but doing this what we are doing is hello world. Getting this? That's all I need to do. So now let's see how system works. So I'll give you a basic overview. Let me share my screen. So guys, back to work. Can you see my screen? Yes or no? So move it. First thing you can install IntelliJ, second thing is Docker. Two things you can install first, then we will move further. So guys, my main forte is coding only, so I will not have any PPT kind of thing. I will just discuss things with you. Anyone have doubt, you can respond to me. If you are good at responding, you will learn more. My main focus is always on coding only. I will just try to show everything I can code in front of you on the screen itself. If I get stuck, I will do Google, I will use ChatGPT, anything I will do. Same thing you have to learn now. Installation part, because I use Mac, some are using Windows, some are using Linux, some are Mac. So always keep a ChatGPT in the side corner, because if you fail in any installation part, it's very hard for me to help every student here. You getting what I'm saying, right? Installation is hard kind of thing. You can start installing Docker. You go to Docker website, install it. You will get application as Docker directly. Okay, and it's a background process. Anyone, you guys know what is foreground and background? Yes or no? No? Something which is running on your screen, and when you close it, it gets closed. It's called as foreground. Background means you close it, but still running in the background. It's called as background process. So Docker will be like you close it, okay, but still you can access from permanently. You have application for Docker, you can close it, but still you can access from terminals. Getting this? Now screen visible? Yes? Yes? Let's move forward and you can start installing tools. IntelliJ, Docker. Don't worry, I will be with you. 5 installations and the code will be minimal. You will understand the flow how it goes. So guys, this DevOps is, you know how this starts? DevOps, anyone know? Let's see if anyone knows what it's done. What is DevOps? As the girl who was taking this, what we call anchoring the show kind of thing, she told something about DevOps. You heard this or just ignored it? Two things, this combination of development and, you know what are these? You know what is this? What you will become? Developers. What is the work of developer? Writing codes, build build softwares and push the code to GitHub. Getting this? So, coding, pushing. Getting? And resolving bugs. Writing is not that good, please. Just hear what I'm saying again. Let me get. Second team is called as operations team. What is operations team, you know? Not just the push, they will check if the code is working fine on server or not. If there is any server side error, who will find it out? Who is the responsible person here? Operations team. They will handle server sides. Getting this? They will do some testing on systems. What are testing? You know testings? There are multiple testing like unit tests, if anyone knows, and integration tests. You know this? Integration is by default easy to understand, right? When we integrate some two different softwares, it's called integration testing. Unit test means every function. For example, I'll give you an example of unit testing. Let's say you have functions, methods. You have a function called as add. Private int add int a int b return a plus b. You know this method? If I give input 5 and 6, what's the output I'm expecting? 11. Let's say the function is now add in USA, a different country. Now the function will do internally a plus b plus 1. Return a plus b plus 1. But the guy who is operating, he is from India. Here the logic is a plus b. I am giving inputs as 5 and 6. I am an Indian guy. What I am expecting here? What is the output? Test case fields. This is how unit test case works. You will have a function, a code in for developer. You will have some dummy data. This 5 and 6 is what? A dummy data. And based on 5 and 6, I know what the output will be. I already know the output. It's called as mock data. You already know what output will come because you are giving dummy data. You know what output will be coming. Getting this? So we will give the dummy data also and output also. And we will verify this output with the exact output what the function will give you. If it matches, test case passes. If it not matches, test case will go. Got the idea? These are called as unit test cases. I am giving example of add. You will do multiple things like this. Calculating some fine. Let's say you are having an e-library system kind of thing. You know library systems? You are having e-library kind of system. You are taking a book, you are returning after 4 months. Fine for per month is 10 rupees. After a month, fine should be 40 rupees. So I will give some kind of scenarios in this dummy data and I am expecting 40 out of it. If output is not 40, test case. Got the idea of this? This is what developers write in the code, in the companies. Getting this? So now what happens guys here is, let's say you are a developer and you wrote a code. You push the code, you gave the code to operations team. Getting this? They are testing the code and you started working on a new project. Will you wait for the operator or will you start working? What do you think? If you write a code, you deploy the code is working, someone is testing. Will you wait for him to test or will you work on another project? It's a rule in company guys, if your task completed, let's say you are getting 4 tasks for a week, you complete in 2 days, it's not like you'll enjoy other days, they will give more tasks. That's how what people do, they do slowly. Because they don't want to do more work. Now what happens is, you are working in some different project, in a different area, because I am working on clouds. Cloud can be any place. The credentials work for USA, now I am working for Europe kind of countries. When I am working in this country, this code is broken. The US code is broken, some test case is broken. You know test cases I told you, something is broken. Now you are already working on some different domain. And you are having dependency on this project. You have to stop that work. Is it possible? No. You are in the location, the level of logging, its information or its error or its debug. There are multiple these logs. We will see further. I am just giving you an overview of this. So based on logs, you will go there and you will see in a cloud, in logs, there which of the function is broken. Do you have time for this? Where are you on this project? Europe 1. Error is coming where? USA. Lot of problems there or not? And till this, if you see deeply, both the projects are on hold. The worst thing which you can do is holding a customer. Always remember, in any company, you can never give bad user experience. Trust me, you can never give. You know Dream 11? All of you? Team banao. Dream 11 team banao, kind of thing about this. Yes or no? Let's say some delay. A normal Indian guy from a small town, he's playing, he got some 200 profit. Getting this? And you are delaying the money by 1 day. What do you think he'll respond? Company's thief. Correct, he don't know anything, guys. Think about the guy. Company's thief, they stole my money. He'll start shouting on LinkedIn, he'll start shouting on Twitter. Anywhere he can just tell the people, company is a thief. Now we go to social media, they will get the point from there is thief. And you know how Twitter works nowadays. Instagram, trends, reels, the company is gone. Just because of the delay of 1 day. So now do you think can we give a bad user experience? Getting this? So for this thing, what happened? A phenomenon came into picture which is called as DevOps. DevOps means it's a team in which you are collaboratively doing both the things, developing and testing. Getting this? How many of you learned a subject called as software engineering? You know prototype model? How to prototype model? You only know waterfall model. You know prototype model? Version 0. ये problems है. Feedback. Version 1, feedback. Version 2, feedback. Getting this? That's how we improve systems. It's a kind of infinite loop. This thing is called as CI/CD, current terminology. But it's going on automatically. That's what it's doing. Otherwise, you are giving the code to someone, she is responding another day, again I am pushing the code, another day, 1 week is gone. Now what CI/CD does is, as soon as I push the code on GitHub, you know GitHub? I think all of you GitHub accounts. As soon as you push the code in GitHub, automatically the build will start. Automatically the file will put into some format which can transfer to a cloud. Automatically the cloud will generate an image. You know image? Okay, for image I'll give you an instance. What is the first command you run for Java when you run a code? You print, I told you, system print telling hello world. What is the first command you run in terminal? Java C. Yes or no? Java C, file name .java. What will it create? A bytecode, a dot class file. Yes? You know Java, what's the difference of Java from other languages? There's one very good factor, is making it best in other languages than Python, C and other languages. What's the difference? Platform independent. So what you will do, this bytecode you can give to another machine, he can use directly this bytecode, dot class file. Got the idea? So pata hai ki? Same thing when you go for servers, this bytecode will be called as jar. Just as you will see all these things. I know it's boring, but listen to me. Everything you will see there. At that point in time, I cannot see all these things. Same dot class file, you are putting in some location, you are running it. When it's a server, you will convert it into a .jar file. Jar means Java archives. What is the meaning of jar? Any dependency which you install on Java will come in the form of jar. Any dependency. You know MySQL? You get a MySQL connector, it's a jar. Heard of Kafka? Kafka is like a queue. You know queue first in, first out. It's a queue. What is Kafka is called as? You need a jar. You know MongoDB? You need a jar. Same way when you create an application and someone else wants it, you will give what your jar. So you can map it to what? Dot class file. Same way when you want to do something on a Docker, you need an image. Get this? For Docker, you need an image. For Java, you need .jar. For servers, in normal Java file, you need what? A dot class. Got the idea of this? Now I'll show you one image. Yes. You want to note it down, but I will give you also if you want. Here's the image. Yes or no? It's an in-depth explanation of DevOps. CI/CD. CI means Continuous integration. CD means continuous. Getting this? So what is the meaning of integration? Building the code. Testing the code. The left part of build and test is called as integration. And then deploying the code in some third-party container is called as deploy. Continuous means with just one click of committing the code in GitHub, this whole thing will do automatically. So first we'll see how to do manually by clicking some buttons, and next we'll see how just by committing one code we can do everything. What the idea of this? Today we'll cover all of this. You see, what the first thing is plan. These things I'll give you an overview, but you can learn about system designs. In system design, these are some steps. When you design a system, you will see. System design क्या होता है? You need requirements. Let's say someone is asking you to make a Uber kind of thing. Let's say something can you design Uber, or let's say design Book My Show. You know Book My Show? Yes. So what do you have in your brain? Requirements. Book My Show means what do you need? Just to platform, many things you see. A full chart of requirements. First of all, a city you need. Yes or no? Book My Show is not an online thing, offline thing. City you need, a theater you need, a movie you need, a show you need, people you need, payment gateway you need. You this? These all you write on a paper. Then you make classes for them. You know classes? Oops. All things you know classes. Then you do joins. You know joins? One to many, many to one, many to many, one to one, MySQL. This? These all things combined as a part of system design. You know solid? How does solid? Oops. 4 pillars, what are 4 pillars? Optional polynomial and encapsulation and inheritance. Got it. What are this? So these all things are part of this stage in this line. So this is all part of plan. Once planning is done, you will start what? Second stage. Coding. Coding is done, then you will do what? Build. For build, every language will have some build tools. For Java, you will use what? Anyone knows? Maven. We will use Maven for building tools. You will see. Don't worry. Maven will see. You have to install Maven also. To convert this Java code into jar, you need Maven. Get this? So I'm telling you, DevOps thing is not, the first thing we are doing is DevOps. DevOps have so many things. DevOps means the code is done. System is built. It's working fine. Now deploy some different cloud. That's the first thing we are doing. And we don't know how to make a server. But it's okay. I'll show you a basic for everybody. Then we do what? Testing. Testing, we got the example, right? Trust me, there is the whole testing concept. What I told you. Make dummy data, make dummy outputs, and give it to your written code. Because adding substituting is easy to understand. Let's say code is of 200 lines. She wrote it, I didn't wrote it. But I know what output should come from the code. Can I write testing for this? It's a team of QA engineers. You know, quality testers, test engineers. Oh no, there's a department called as QA, quality. They do testing of your codes. Least respectful, and all of them hate it. Because they don't know how to write the code, but they'll come into your brain every day. Sir, the code is breaking. We'll say this code works. I don't know sir how it works, but it's breaking. Sir, I don't know sir, it's breaking. They're testers. Getting this? So you will let basic test and then they will do integral testing. You don't do the integral testing. Now what do you do? The next stage is deploy. That's the whole today's agenda. We'll see. Next what we'll do? Operate. For deploy, we need some tools, we'll see. Operate means what do we need? Containers. Which one we use? Docker. We also have Kubernetes, Ansible and many others. We use Docker for free days. Started installing? Good. Next is monitor. For monitor, we need some different tools. We have Sonar dashboard and all those things. We can see coverage. What is coverage? Let's say the code is 100 lines. You say 75% is tested, 25 is not. What's the coverage? 75%. And this testing can be based on lines, classes, functions. You getting this? 10 functions are there. So you will give in what? SI unit, functions. Somewhere 3 classes are there. SI unit is classes. Some people, the most important user company is lines. We do not based on lines. 100 lines, so based on 100 variable percentage. We don't do on function classes. We can do, but we don't do it. It is last is integrate. And this is what we'll use. The last tool is Jenkins. We can also use GitHub Actions, but I just want to give you how companies work. I have worked in 4 companies, all of them use this Jenkins. So I just want to, it's not that hard, and we'll not go in that depth, but some things you'll not understand also. But just go in the flow, the most important thing what you should like is seeing the output on the screen. Does it make you happy or no? You do something and output on the screen, wow, magic. That's what drives me. That's why I love coding. Getting this? So let's start. Done intelligent? Okay, I'll show. You'll see. But 2 things are prerequisites. Don't worry about that. I will use, but the thing is, we use servers and never will use. We will use servers also. That form.xml is there, v1 will be there. You know, see that you guys think DevOps, there's a first topic, but the thing is, for standalone application, printing a hello world, you don't even need a. I'll show you. When you have a, let's say, standard print hello expression is there. When deploy to the cloud now, and you will see containers, it's gone. Why? Exit it. It will start the container, print hello world, delete the container. Then what's the importance of Docker? But when you server, until you close server, it will be there. Yeah, if you don't have server, you can have Eclipse or anything if you have, but server based. I think I should told you before also. There is a tool right now, guys. Every company is using that only. And I only know about product based companies. Sorry, I don't know about service companies. You know difference, right? Dreams are product based, adjustments are service based. Yes? Money are. So let's see. Okay guys, can you see my screen? Just have a view how I do things and then you will see. So see what I am doing, intelligent is clear? You see? If you skip something, it will be problem for you. What I am doing a new project. In the left hand you can see what? Can I zoom it or no? I cannot zoom it.